Hey guys, how we doing? I'm Steve from NetsGC. Today, I'm going to make you guys a real simple video. I know some people have been struggling just a little bit with trying to find that right jump shot. It's a little tough this year in NBA 2K23 because they do not have numbered jump shots anymore. I know in the past, a lot of people like to go with base 98, base 3, 2K17 if you're around, it was high school 1. Well, they kind of cut all that off. They went just straight with names from NBA players, and so let's get right into it. I think I'm going to just stick with the bigger players for power forwards and centers. So let's say anything from about 6'9 to 6'11 jump shots. Just because if you're looking here for like guard jump shots, the best thing I can tell you right now is a lot of people are using just LaMelo base, and then you can kind of go with whatever you want up top on the uppers. I've seen people go with Oscar Robinson. I've seen people throw in maybe a little bit of Bradley Beal. And then the other base that some people are using as some guards from 6'1 to like 6'7, 6'8 is some Steph Curry base. But like I said, if you came in here and you're a guard and you have no idea what base to use, start with LaMelo Ball, check out some upper releases that you might like, throw the release speed all the way up to the top, and I'm pretty sure you'll get a pretty decent jump shot that's quick, fast, and doesn't get contested that well. So yeah, LaMelo base. Now let's move on to the 6'9 and 6'10. So right here, this is my 6'9 power forward build. And I'm going to start with one of my first jump shots that I made, which is a good jump shot. Nothing wrong with it. It's not the one I'm actually using right now, but really quick. So the base is Terrence Mann. The release 1 is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And release 2 is Elijah Hughes. Now, what I like about this is that you guys can see the release speed A+. I'm a big fan of that one. The only thing, the reason why I'm not fully set on using this all the time is because the release height is a B-. And I feel like you can see he kind of release it right from his chest. And I'm not a fan of that because sometimes I feel like they will be able to close out and get some contests from the corner. Realistically, when you shoot your jump shots, you want them to be above your head, and when you release from the chest, you're giving that team, the opposing team, to get a better contest on your jump shot, and that's kind of why the release height is a B-, because that's the only thing that's not really ideal. The release speed being an A+, though, is amazing. You're going to be able to get that off in a short little pocket. So I'm a big fan of this jump shot. If you guys like it, go ahead, try it out, see what it is. It might not be for you, and that's why we have the next jump shot. I also have, hold on. I go here. This is my actual jump shot that I'm using. Kyle Kuzma, Rudy Gay. If you're a big man, usually 6'9 is like the range, 6'8, 6'9. A lot of people are using Kyle Kuzma. The release speed's an A-, which is completely fine. I know the last one was an A+, but I think this is still a fast enough jump shot to be able to shoot those pocket shots. The release height's a B, which is a little bit more of an improvement from the last one. But I do like using this jump shot. I've had no problem in competitive Pro-Am. What you do is when you throw on the 2 Rudy Gay releases, you might ask yourself, like, okay, well, how do you work the blending and the speed? Well, it doesn't really matter because they're both Rudy Gay, so you just leave it 50-50. But release speed, always go to the max, okay? I mean, you're hurting yourself if you're not putting your release speed all the way to the top. I understand you guys, it might be hard to time, but just practice. There's no reason why we should have a lower release speed. Now, one thing I wanted to also jump into real quick is my 6'10 build, because this is where things get a little tricky. You're not going to be able to just throw Kyle Kuzma as the base on your 6'10. And I know that from experience because once I made my 6'10, things get a little dicey with what you can and can't use because you're pretty much considered like a center at this point, and they don't want to give centers, bases where we could use LaMelo Ball, where we have a quick jump shot just like a normal guard. So when you hop into this 6'10, you're going to find that you got to get real crafty with some of these other builds or these other jump shots you're using. So I think I have 2 on here that I really enjoyed, and the first one that I'm using right now in Prime when I do come out on this 6'10 center / power forward build is O'Shea Brissett. And once this thing stops taking forever, we hop over here to our jump shot creator. So right here, this is the one I'm using in the game when I play Comp Pro-Am. It's O'Shea Brissett, Rashawn Holmes, and default big. I like this one, release speed. The release height, same thing, it's from the chest. But you guys got to remember back from when I made this 6'10 build, this is not one of those builds where you're shooting pocket shots. You're usually going to be butt naked, wide open. That's why I don't really care about the release height. I think you get the shot off really quick. It's smooth. If you guys get used to this, I think you'll really like it. Same thing, we're going to go over to the blending and release speed. Release speed all the way up and throw the blend 100% on Rashawn Holmes. Because we're not even really using the default big. It's like we didn't even pick anything for it. All right. Now, the next one that I want you guys to see is, I label it as DeAndre. And that's because it's O'Shaper set, Charles Bassey, and DeAndre Ayton. I actually really love this jump shot. I've been thinking about going back to it because the release speed's an A. The release height is an A+. This right here, guys, I think is going to turn into more of the meta. And then for the blending, you go 70% Charles Bassey and 30% DeAndre Ayton. Love this jump shot. I think you guys would really enjoy it as well if you're on a 6'10 or higher. I haven't checked like if you ever make a 7-1 popper if you're able to use this, but I know from 6'10 to 6'11 you'll definitely be able to use this mixture right here. So again, O'Shaper set, Charles Bassey, DeAndre Ayton, 100% speed on the release, and the animation blending goes 70% Charles Bassey and 30% DeAndre Ayton. Now the last one I wanna touch on is a Christian Wood base. When you cross that threshold of 6'9 and go to 6'10, you're not going to be able to use that Kyle Kuzma base anymore. So right here is where we use Christian Wood, another solid base. I understand the release speed says it's a C, guys, but don't worry, it's actually not that slow. It's actually pretty quick, and the release height's an A-, and the defensive immunity is an A+, meaning it's harder to get some contests on it. So Christian Wood base, Chris Bosch release 1 and Chris Bosch release 2. Same thing, you go to the animation blending, just 50-50 it, doesn't matter because they're both the same release anyways, and crank that release speed all the way up. These are some of the best big man shots that I've found so far, and I think that, you know, if you are actually making a pop, these are going to be the most successful shots that you'll find. If you guys find anything else in when you're playing 2K23 on a big man, whether it's 6'9 all the way up to like 7'1", 7'2", let me know in the comment sections down below, because I'd love to try out some new jump shots if you guys can find anything. I appreciate you guys coming through, taking the time to hang out with me and watch some of these videos, with whether it's our badge grinding or our lock builds, our power forward builds. We'll probably try to get a guard on here soon so I can go over a perfect guard build for you guys, whether that's a point guard or shooting guard. But make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube where you guys are seeing this video. I'm Steve from SGC. Make sure you guys tune in next week, and I'll see you guys later.